Hello all, welcome to Soumya's Tech Talks. In today's lecture, we will discuss on structures and paddings. Why compilers will add paddings, what is the need of adding paddings, what happens if we don't add the paddings. All these topics we will discuss. So first, why compilers add paddings? In general, if you take any CPU architecture like Intel, ARM or any CPU architecture, it is word aligned. Word means it can be 16-bit, 32-bit, 64-bit is the word size. Means all memory, register, data bus all are either 16-bit, 32-bit or 64-bit based on the CPU architecture. Okay. So, the data bus can access one word in one cycle. Like if it is 32-bit architecture, it can access 32 bits in one cycle, means that is one memory word. If variables like we declare C variables or data, byte arrays, buffers, it should be word aligned, means the data size should be multiple of word size. Let us say if it is 32-bit means 4 bytes, so you can have 8 byte, 16 byte, 64 byte, 128 byte, like it should be multiples of word size. Then we can tell that it is word aligned. So if it is word aligned, the CPU will access it very quickly with minimum cycles, CPU cycles. If it is not word aligned, it may be needed more CPU cycle to access the data. Sometimes compilers also add paddings to the data. Let us say a variable is 2 byte. If it is 32-bit system, it can add 2 bytes of padding, so that the variable is byte aligned. We might not know, the compiler will take care of it, but it is internally instead of 16 bit or 2 byte, it is 4 byte, means 32 bit. So like that paddings also will be added, we will discuss today. So if data is word aligned, they can be accessed very fast. Okay. For example, in 32-bit architecture, you can access the integers 4 bytes in one cycle. If it is 64-bit, it is 2 cycles, like that. So here in the diagram, you can see there is a 32, let's say 32-bit architecture. Each memory word is 32-bit. So data bus also 32-bit, means each bus line will access 1 bit. Okay. CPU, when it requests the data bus to take the data, so it will take 32 bits one time. Okay. So now let us say why compiler will add paddings. Let us say take the struct here, it is a one character and one integer. Okay. Character is 1 byte and integer is 4 bytes. Here if there is no padding, what happens? So you can see the memory, I divided into 4 bytes, like 32-bit memory. So I divide into bytes, okay, by byte chunks. So character A will occupy the first byte, because it is a character, it is 1 byte. So in this memory word, 3 bytes are free. So what happens? The next variable in the structure is B. So 3 bytes of B will be here and 1 byte of B will be in the next memory word. So in this case what happens if you want to access B, it need 2 cycles of CPU, because first some data is in this word, it will access, and in that this A will be omitted and rest it will take, and next it will take the next memory word. In this only 1 byte is variable B, rest it should omit, and it should combine everything, and then you will get the B. So there is lot of process involved if you don't add paddings. Okay. This is what happens when you don't add the paddings. So if you add the paddings, what happens? For character A, so normally padding will be added when the next immediate variable cannot fit into the memory word. For example, character A, 3 bytes are free, but if you see the B, variable B, it is 4 bytes. So the remaining 3 bytes, this B cannot fit. So what happens? It will add the paddings. padding means 0, just 0 0 0 it will add. Okay. So A will occupy first memory word, the first byte will be A because it is a character, and remaining will be padding zeros 0 0 0. Okay. So in the next word the member B, integer B will be stored, which is anyway 4 bytes, so there is no need of padding. So like that, if you add paddings, both will be each variable will be separately stored, and you can access any variable in one CPU cycle only. So that's why paddings will be added. We will see more examples. If you see here there is no padding is required because character A, character B, short C is 2 bytes. So all 4 can fit into one memory word. So there is no padding because first character A will be stored, 3 bytes are remaining, B will be stored, 2 bytes are remaining, and short C will be stored, which can take these 2 bytes. So all 4 fit into same memory word, no need of paddings. Okay. So we will now see that why the padding is added. Let's see the pros and cons. If you have paddings, then the data will be accessed very quickly because each variable will be stored word aligned, and it can be accessed in one CPU cycle. So there is no need of additional instructions required to be added to access the variable and from different memory locations and combine it. All the things is not required. So only cons is you need extra space. So some padding bytes will take extra size. Okay. So we see the pros and cons. Now let's see how to avoid paddings. Let's say in some cases you want to avoid the paddings. So in that case, what we have to do? You have to add this flag called attribute packed for your struct. Then the compiler, when you see the this attribute, it won't add any paddings. But be careful, don't use this flag until it is strictly needed. Okay, if you add this, what happens? You will save for some bytes because there is no padding is added, but at the runtime it need more CPU cycles to add that to access the data, and also there are lot of instructions will be additional instructions will be added to access this non-word aligned data accessed from different memory locations and combine it together to make one variable's data. So additional instructions will be included. So don't use this until it is required. Now we will see in which cases this attribute is helpful. Let's say if you want to send receive your structure object over the network, like you have a structure object, you want to send it to Bluetooth or Wi-Fi or any external peripheral over UART SPI you want to send. In that case you have to add, because these paddings can be understood by your local machine, but when you send this data along with paddings, so the remote machine may not understand. It treats that padding also as a data only. So in such cases, the structures which you want to you need to send over the network or external peripherals, so in that case you can add this flag attribute packed. So in this case, let's see. So I have a structure, 2 characters 1 byte. So 2 bytes padding is added. So what I will send A, C, and there are 2 paddings 0 0, and then for variable B all 4 bytes will be here. So this is what bytes will be sent. But what other device like external peripheral or remote machine is expecting, it don't expect the paddings, right? So it is a problematic. So you are including additional bytes which is not expected by the remote machine or external peripheral. So let's see with one animation. So for example, so local machine will send 8 bytes including 2 paddings, but remote machine is expecting 6 bytes only. It is not expecting the paddings. Okay. So let's see one animation. For example, you can see that last 2 bytes will be lost because of paddings. So that's the end of this lecture. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and also don't forget to share with your friends who are interested in advanced C programming. Thank you. Bye.